Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Helm, licensed psychologist and couples expert. Healthy relationships are built, not found. If you want to have healthier relationships and understand yourself better, you've come to the right place. So, I want to continue my series on therapeutic approaches with couples, and I want to talk about narrative therapy. I really like narrative therapy with couples. So, narrative therapy talks a lot about socially constructed stories. It looks at the context that we exist in, right? It looks at racial contexts. It looks at economic contexts and political contexts. And it looks at the stories that we tell ourselves about ourselves. So the narratives. And couples have a narrative that they tell themselves about their story. Sometimes the narrative might be, we're so in love. And sometimes it might be, my husband's an idiot, right? Or my partner doesn't see to my needs. And narrative therapy helps the therapist and the couple themselves isolate the narrative. And oftentimes there are multiple narratives. The couple is telling themselves about their relationship. And sometimes those narratives are problematic. And narrative therapy would direct us to find an alternate narrative, especially if the narrative is really negative, right? And so couples always have ways in their head of explaining conflicts, of explaining what's happening in their relationships, and good couples therapy, and especially in a narrative therapy approach, really gets at that narrative and helps couples co-construct a new, more positive narrative. Now, there's emotional work in there, and there's looking at conflicts, and there's all the stuff that good couples counselors do. But teaching your couples and helping to co-construct a new, more positive narrative is very, very powerful and can go a long way in couples feeling better about who they are as a couple.